You know that deep connection does not just bring you happiness, it leads to a kind of profound sense of belongings and understanding. And this kind of lighting up our lives and it support our system that uplift us during both joy and challenges in our relationship. Because if there's no connections within us, it's so difficult to when we face challenges or even good celebration time, the connection will not be there. But this the connection between us in the relationship make us to be able to face both joy and challenges time together because you already know each other and you can understand each other. You know when this person say Jack, you know what the person literally means. So that is the kind of bond and connections we're going to be talking about, and that's the kind of connection that you need with your partner to live an everyday life. Everybody, and welcome back again to our channel. And as you all know that we are diving and exposing every secret in a relationship in order to have more deeper connections in our emotions, in our communications. And in today's is so particular because we're going to be treating how we can create even a more deeper connections with our partner. And by the way, bear with me as today I am kind of in the blue because I have a little bit of malaria, and that's why I am looking so like this. And we just kind of have our own malaria in the house. So this weekend is kind of feel packed and so much stressful for me. But because I got you back and God always got our back, and I said today's episode I'm not going to miss it for anything. So today we're going to be talking about how we can even build a more extraordinary, deeper connections with our partner. And if you're so excited about this, I want you to sit back, relax, and make sure you grab your popcorn. And remember to like this video, share with friends and family. And if you're yet to subscribe, please subscribe. That is the thank you I get from you. And I know you're going to do so. So thank you very much. Now, let's see how we can go deeper in a practical step on 5 ways we can create even deeper connections with our partner. Are you ready to shift your perspective and build a beauty of deep connection that will enrich your relationship and your life in all together? Let's be right back. You know, as a woman, we have the power to foster a bond and connection in a relationship. If we want any relationship to work, we have the power. Yes, God gave us that kind of superpower that we can try and we can strive and achieve our goal when it comes to deeper connection with people. We know how to penetrate. You know what I'm talking about. So we are going to be focusing on these true matters and how we can develop a deep connection that is beyond the surface, but that makes our heart sing for joy and makes your partner heart sing for joy as well. Like we all know, this world is filled with so much superficial, artificial connections, attractions. But in this, how do you know you have a deeper connection with someone, and how can you deeply connect with someone, especially if that person is your partner and you are in a much stronger relationship that you want this relationship to go to the next level, or you are even in a marriage but you do not have connection with your spouse, but you needed to build that bond, that connections, and more attractions in your relationship. How can you sparkle up the bond between both of you to even get each other back? So that is what we're going to be diving into deeper today. So we're going to be embracing the power of shared values and the common joy of interest and the wonderful truth of compatibility in a relationship. So all these are major practical tips that we'll be talking about today. Are you ready to shift your perspective and build even more deeper connections in your relationship? Let's start with number 1. One practical step that you can incur into your relationship is to seek share values. What are your beliefs? What are your principles? What are those core values that you really, it's all there, and it's your part, it's your life that you hold so much that you can solidify your relationship on. So those are what you need to sit down and talk about. That okay, what are the shared values, what is our principle, what do we believe on? It can be on religious aspect, it can be on morals. That okay, what do you share as a core beliefs and principle that can hold you together, that at any point in time you're not going to lose yourself. You can find and locate each other through your share, through your shared values, because your belief and both of you believe is what is going to bring you together at any point in time when you face these challenges. Those shared value is what will bring you and make you to overcome any form of storm in your relationship. So it is necessary for both of you to know what you value in your relationship. What does the two of you value? If you are the type that does not like people intervene in your cases, that you third party coming to your relationship, and you hold that at extreme, when you have issues, you won't seek third party to intervene before you settle your issues. You both of you have to sit down and resolve it and seek a common ground, because you do not want third party intervene, and you do not want third party knowing what is happening in your home. So because that is both of you believe and you share that and you hold it at high esteem, that will make you to minimize and increase your communications and connections. So you'll be able to know, no, my husband cannot do this, my wife cannot do this. So you should be able to know your core belief in your relationships. Second practical step is embrace common interest. What is your wife interest? What is your husband interest? How does it have impact? How do both of you relate with it? How can you put your husband interest in your own interest and put your interest in your husband interest? So both of you have to embrace a common interest for your relationship to work effectively. If you don't have common interest on anything you're doing, it's just relating to your core value. It's just going to be going from pillar to post. Because if you don't have an interest of what you're trying to protect in your relationship, believe me, you will go nowhere. There's no how you can have a connection with your partner. So you need to have that connection that yes, this is what connects us together. This common interest will not allow this to suffer. This will not happen to my wife. This will not happen to my husband. If you don't want your secret out, that you have, like, you can have kind of have a secret and you don't want it exposed, because that is your interest. You have something at stake. So you should have a common interest in your relationship that both of you will protect with your life, and that way you're more connected together. Third one is be open and authentic. Know your vulnerabilities. Know your passions. Know your authenticity. Both of you should know what is vulnerable to both of you. So, and you should be open and embrace each other on that aspect. You should support each other. Don't use it against each other. So you should be open and authentic and embrace your vulnerability together. So when your partner supports you during your vulnerability times, you will appreciate that person better. In any situation, when you face these challenges, in your trial and your good time, you'll be able to embrace each other better. And it's normal for you to come more together in a deeper connections, because it's like when somebody hold your secret, you will not be far from that person. You want to stay closer to make sure your secret is really safe with this person, and you can close your eyes and know that yes, all is well and your secret is safe. So You should be open and authentic to each other in your relationship. Know each other vulnerabilities and embrace each other vulnerabilities. Do not let your vulnerability be what will bring uh, a separation between both of you, but rather it should bring what will bring deeper connections between both of you. The fourth one is practice genuine listening. This cannot be overemphasized in a relationship. Genuinely listen to your partner whenever they are talking or sharing any form of discussion with you. Don't let it be the time when you want to press your mobile phone, or a time when you need to answer call, or a time when you need to do some show. But just sit down, relax. Even if there's a way you can even be doing something, but the person will know you're genuinely listening to them in case the person meets you doing something and the person needs to talk to you. Your action, your attention, your concentration will give the person an impression that you really genuinely listening to them. Don't be distracted when you need to talk to your partner or when your partner is talking to you. Just put your 100% attention and genuinely listen. It's a guide for you to give them advice and to know how to help them and to be able to even explain even better understanding and have a better insight that is difficult for them to know. You have an insight when you genuinely listen to them, and you're able to help each other out when you genuinely listen to each other in a conversation. The fifth and the last one is be present. Yes, like they say, all work and no play makes a jack. All work and no play makes a jack. What did they say? I can't remember. Be present in your relationship. Great time. Have that moment where both of you can just sit and laugh, watch movie, discuss, talk about stuff and all that. So be present in your relationship. This creates a connection, just as the memory that you create together, that it remains with you and no one can take it away from you. So you need to be present physically, mentally, in every wise. By being present in your relationships makes your partner knows that they are valued, they are worth it, they are something, they are great. So you need to show that you're present in your relationship. You need to practice active listening. You need to be open and authentic to them. You need to embrace your common interests, and you need to seek how you can share you what are your shared values in your relationship that you need to hold at high esteem. All these things needs to be things that will create a deeper bond and connections in your relationship. You cannot trade it for anything. You want that relationship and you want that connections to work. You need to practice this. Make sure you have a common interest at both interests in your relationship. What do you share? What are your connections? What are your vulnerabilities that you have to hold as if you have a secret society that bond both of you together? That yes, this bonds us together and nobody can separate us. Then that connection will be there that nobody will be able to separate it. No matter how you both go left and right, you definitely come back because you have something that you share that nobody can separate. I hope this is so useful for you, and if you find it useful, please like this video. Just like you see me, I am very in my head. I am so strong, but I need to put myself together to make sure I put this video together for you so that we can have a better relationship. So please like this video, share, comment, and remember to subscribe, and make sure you watch my other video on this series of attracting the men of your dream. Watch the series, and I'll see you on my next video, which will be next week Sunday. So thank you very much. See you next time. Bye.